So today I realized, okay, so my whole life I had like this like default face. I was like this. I would talk like this, I would do everything. And I noticed the older I got, the more aware I was that it was making people uncomfortable. So I really thought that I looked mean and unapproachable and I'd have this panic attack. But I realized, well, I knew this, but it's like whatever you feel inside, that is, if you're sad, if you're whatever, that's what your face is gonna like portray. Your face is like, for some people, their face shows like what they're feeling. And so I literally would cry because I would like walk around, I'd serve and I'd do this. And this is my face my whole life. But I'm like, why does it make people uncomfortable? Why can't people make eye contact? And I was always wondering. And I realized that I have like a RBF, a really pissed off face. And I connected the dots today because as I've been coming, so before, like, I had no emotions, obviously, because I'm, thawing these emotions. I'm getting new emotions. And so I'm feeling all this stuff. And then like recently when I became present, I started feeling like bubbleness of joy. And like in that moment, you would see it on my face that I'm happy. Well, I've never like experienced happiness. Like I've had excitement. We had fun things. I'd be like, yay, and I'd be so excited, pumped, but I never felt happiness and joy my whole life. So my whole life, my face was like this because first of all, I was in freeze, and then my system froze. I was 12, but it was like when I was during the time where, well, I was never really happy because, with my mom, she raised me, but she was depressed and on like the verge of shutdown. So her landscape of like her emotions or anything, like I never saw her laugh. And so that became my emotions. And then when I came to the home, like I didn't have like a one-on-one caregiver. And so I kind of like shut down at like 12. So I came at home at 6, and then like I had all these issues because I like was a sensitive kid. But at the home, like you had to be super, like you had to be like tough, and like, you didn't have like that like mental, like that one-on-one support that you need. And so I never got mirrored. I never like had a reliable caregiver because, our house parents left, every, couple years, and there's 36 kids in the home. So like I never got like the care that I needed. So at 12, because, we weren't allowed to talk about, like we were, but it's like you would be seen as a baby, you would get bullied. We weren't allowed to talk, like be sensitive. So like I had all these emotions, but I had no one to mirror, no one to guide me. So my system just shut everything down. So at 12, I shut down. And so I never learned joy, I never learned all of that because I was never mirrored it. And then 12, I shut down. And I like, at the home, the more years, the sadder I was, not because of the home, but because I wasn't getting my needs met. And then so I shut down at 12, and when at 12 I shut down and like pissed off. Like the only emotion that I could give was like mean energy, negative, because that's like how, when I grew up, that's how the home was. And so that's what I learned, and that's what I became. And then I shut down at that emotion. It's so crazy. So from 12 to 26, I've never experienced joy and never experienced happiness. I was depressed, but I didn't know I was depressed until this year when I started healing. And so once I started coming back online and being present, I would get like bubbleness of joy inside my system. And I would laugh, I would smile like this, and nothing would happen. I would just like smile. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is happiness. I'm feeling happiness for the first time. And the first time I did that, I was depressed for like 4 days, because when your body is like in that present state, you're like oozing of pain, your body will push everything out as much as it can push out before you close the that door. So I would feel happiness and be present and be depressed for a week, and then I'd be happy and depressed, and then be depressed for 3 days, and then 2 days, and then now now I'm happy, and I've been happy for 3 days in a row, but I still have my moments of depression throughout the day. So it'll be, instead of it being a week, 3 days, a full day, it's like a couple hours, and then I go back to normal. Yesterday I was happy, but last night I was depressed and crying. And today I've just been this morning I was a little sad, and then like I felt miserable, and then this morning, and tonight I'm just like happy. But so I'm at work and I noticed, I was like, my face is like lifted. It's happy, like this is, so I was just sitting and I was just like this. And usually I'm like this. I know it doesn't make like it, but to me, I can feel the difference. And I was like, oh my gosh. So because I never had feelings and I was like numb and dead inside, my face showed what I felt inside. And so now I feel these moments of happiness. I'm happy for a moment and like my face shows happiness and I'm approachable. So the reason why I wasn't approachable was not because of like, I would try to hold my face like differently in practice, but because I wasn't feeling it inside, like wasn't happy or anything, it's like all manual. Like it gave me like that strained look. And it's the craziest thing. And it's like I'm 27 and I'm feeling my like first experience of happiness in my whole life. Like that is so crazy. And like I'm like I'm like bubbling with joy right now. And like even when I was sitting like working, like randomly I just keep on getting the bubblings of happiness. And I'm just like, I love this. I love that I did that crazy like 6-7 months where I literally was suicidal and like I all these emotions were coming out and I was like cutting myself and I was just like, I don't know what to do. Also, it was like I was cutting myself, but I was so excited to do it. Like when people say they do it for attention, a lot of people do. And so I was doing it because I had no outlet, but then I was excited to wear like short shorts so people can see, not so people could be like, oh, what are you like? You need help, but I wanted people to see my pain. And so I was cutting myself and doing it like obvious so people could see it, so people could know that I'm not well, because I don't know how to like portray that because I give like this, I got it. And so I was just cutting myself and excited to wear short shorts the next day. And it was like, I was like pulling my skin so it wouldn't close. So it would like scar, because I was just like, I want people to know my pain. And like that I've never been that ever before, like my whole life. And that was that down. I was just like, I'm going to do this or take my life. But, I'm just excited because I'm feeling happiness and I am in this new stage where like I did all that healing. I still have a lot of more trauma to go through, but I did enough to where I'm not oozing out of pain. Like now I'll just like every like an hour I'll feel sad and I'll go back. Like before I'd feel sad for a whole day or a whole week or 3 weeks, And now it's just like a couple hours and I go back to normal. So I'm really happy. I'm stabilizing. I'm integrating all this, insight that I'm learning about myself. I'm integrating that, and so I'm really happy. Obviously, there's always bad that comes good. I do have some issues that I am working through right now, but I am overall happy with my growth and my healing process, and this year is going to be a good year because, before I had no help. My system was shut down. I couldn't force myself to do it. I just stay in bed all day, and I would just say, this is a good year. I'd believe it because I was like, someone's going to come and save me and make this a good year. Like, and like, once I realized that no one's going to save you, you're going to save yourself. I literally went depression because I was like, I have no skills. I don't know how to do anything. I can't save myself. It's been 25, 26 years. I can't save myself. But this year is going to be a good year because I'm going to save myself. I'm going to start, slowly, just trying to figure out stuff to do so I can, give myself the life I want. And so I'm just really happy, and I'm just happy with this healing. And I am like, I did 6-7 months of like, just like my eyes, like literally walking around like this, and people are scared of me. And people at my office, they're so scared of me. They're like, she's crazy. She's like, because I didn't talk to anyone and I would just walk around like this. And I won't, and I had so many like bad experiences there and like humbling experiences, but I wouldn't change anything because of where I am right now. Even though I did 26 years of being depressed, not having emotions, in my head, it feels like, 26 years. It does feel like pretty much my whole life because I'm young, so it feels like my whole life. But I'm just happy to just take steps forwards, and yeah, so I am excited. But obviously it's not gonna last, right now because it's new. So it'll be like moments, and then it'll be like days, and then it'll be weeks. And I'm just excited for it to be days and weeks and stuff like that. Obviously, you're gonna have bad days, but hopefully I can, not people be scared of me because, my face. So, which I think they still will be, but I'll be happy inside. So I'm excited about that. I don't even know. I think that's it. But yeah.